It's mid-November in the Med and the sailing season has come to an end. Have you ever wondered what people who live on a boat do in the wintertime? Well, they either go home to their house or they stay on the boat and live in a marina, where they turn their boat into a little camper van. Except that it's not like camping at all. Watch this video to find out how living on a boat in the winter is not like camping at all. A few days ago we arrived in our marina for the winter, La Marina de Valencia. It's been a great first season on Blue, where we learned to sail in the Ionian, made our way through the Corinth to explore the Cyclades and then headed west to cross the Med. We filmed every day of it, and if we go straight chronologically, we are still in Hydra and about to sail around the Peloponnese. We won't skip these days, so you better subscribe to see Greek summer days.
What about Zakynthos City?
Night sails to Sardinia.
Ready for your shit?
Yeah, I can.
And island life on the Balearics. Yes, I know who you are, non-subscribers. Subscribe. So for the next few months, we live in Spain, and this is our town. This is our street, and this is our home. It's good to settle down here with Blue after all the adventures of this summer. The boat feels like home more than ever. This week we want to show you how we live on a boat when we're tied up in a marina. What's the most important aspect, you ask? For us, definitely the people over anything else. The amount and quality of real interactions can make or break the cold winter months. We made quite some friends along the way, and a few of them headed for Valencia for the winter as well. And that's so cool. It's like knowing your neighbors before you move in. And when you finally do, you know they're here to catch your lines or have dinner ready. Besides that, you meet heaps of new liveaboards that quickly become friends as well. On a global scale, this community is very small but very widespread. You might know the small world experiment where every person is connected to the other by 6 degrees of separation. Honestly, it feels like here it's 2 degrees. Every second person knows the other. You somehow never meet boring people. Everyone has an interesting story on how they became who they are and why they live on a boat. We honestly feel like the most boring people out here. There's always help around, without asking anything in return. We give and take almost every day. I think karma really lives on water. When we see tangled lines or a boat hitting the pier, we jump in the dinghy and help untangle. When we need a tool, a spare, a hand, there's always someone who helps out. We get things other people don't need anymore, a fender, a fishing rod, even a bike, and we give in return, either to them or any other day to any other person. And that is not only things, it's knowledge as well. We all want to become better sailors and we pass it on to the next ones. That sharing culture is something I haven't seen anywhere else, and it's amazing. At most marinas, we organize our local community through Facebook groups, introducing each other, sharing spare parts or best marine products, and organizing barbecues or pontoon meetups. The difference between harbors and marinas are mainly the facilities available. A harbor or port also usually belongs to the city, while in general marinas are privately managed. So here in Valencia, we're moored up with 2 big fat mooring lines that are almost too big for our cleats. It feels very good and safe on the one hand, but makes me wonder what kind of gusts we might need to expect when winter comes. Most berths are big enough to even attach spring lines and not touch your neighbor's boat. We're on floating pontoons and every berth provides water and 220 volt shore power. That we plug in permanently. This means now we always have full batteries, a cold fridge, hot water and power sockets like in any house. All pontoons have Wi-Fi repeaters and the internet is quite fast as long as you're close to the repeater. Water, electricity and Wi-Fi is included in the price of the berth, which is awesome and unusual. The pontoons have locked gates accessible by key cards and the place has video surveillance. At the end of the pontoons there's toilets and showers, quite the usual, and at the end of the basin there's a free laundry, quite unusual. Since this place is huge and divides into Marina North and Marina South, the marina offers free dinghy shuttles to get places. Walking around the basin to get to the Marina office would take about an hour, so calling in on VHF and jumping on a free rip ride is a much better alternative. Even though there are not many liveaboards on the pontoons itself, this marina feels alive. Every morning we see rowing boats passing by while brushing our teeth. In the afternoon, some jet ski rentals and sailing clubs teaching kids how to sail in the basin of the America's Cup. There's tapas bars and restaurants on every corner. It just feels like this place belongs to the heart of the city, even though it's a 10-minute bike ride out. Also, it's just a 10-minute bike ride out. Until now, it sounds like you never want to leave. In the winter, the climate in Valencia is pretty moderate. We're not freezing to death like all the others in their videos about living on a boat in the winter, but nonetheless, staying here is bittersweet. The port of Valencia is the 5th busiest port in Europe and the largest in the Mediterranean Sea. The turnover is around 60 million tons of cargo annually. The commercial port is right next to us, and the prevailing winds carry noise and some black dust onto us. It makes for a spectacular view of sunsets, but if we had the choice, we would prefer less noise and dirt. Also, this is mainland Spain, so island life is an overnight sail away. You can go out for a day sail, and people do, but then it's for the fun of sailing up and down the coast, which is not really what we are about. Staying on anchor in a quiet, beautiful bay, not so much here. Nonetheless, the pros outweigh the cons by far. We believe this place is a great spot to spend the winter. Valencia itself is beautiful and has a lot to offer. Great food, big supermarkets, and Amazon delivery. Since it is one of the bigger cities in Spain, it's also alive in the winter. Flights from and to Valencia are pretty cheap, and the marina itself is also on the cheaper side. So that's that. Hey, in case you're wintering in Valencia this season, come say hi and also join the Facebook group Marina Valencia community. After watching this, if I hear anyone say that living on a boat is just like camping, I'm gonna rip their head off! But for some people, and especially when tied down in a marina for the winter, it may be a bit like camping. If you want to know more about how we transitioned to boat life and all the little things that helped us along the way, make sure to subscribe to our channel See the Little Things. We upload mostly every Saturday either another story of how we sailed the Med or some insights in how we don't go crazy aboard our little home. Also, huge thanks to our first patrons who joined us just a few days after we put our Patreon page online. You're amazing for supporting this channel. If you want to support our journey for free, have a look at our website seethelittlethings.com, it's linked below. We love to entertain you, and wouldn't it be amazing if we could continue doing this for a little while longer. In case you're sailing the Med or plan to do so, we have an interactive map where we log all the places we've been until today, so have a look at that as well. In the next few weeks, we will be doing some boat maintenance to get Blue ready for the next season, and we will catch up on our stories sailing towards Spain. Thanks for watching this one. See you in the next one. Bye!